One of the areas that I'm most commonly asked about is recruiting, and that question often centers around what can I do to be seen? There are two areas that I think we need to address before getting to that point. Number one is, am I doing everything I can possibly do to be the best student athlete I can be? I should focus the majority of my efforts on my development. All right, whether that's the development of myself as an athlete or the development of myself as a student. I have to take care of those areas first so that I am worth being seen. Number two, and I encourage all athletes to do this and do it on your own, sit down with your parents and do this, but you need to come up with a list of priorities of things that are important to you when making your college decision. Too often we sit back and kind of take a passive role to the recruiting aspect and wait for people to contact us, wait for people to sell their school to us. We need to ask ourselves, what am I looking for? What's important to me? And I always recommend guys come up with a list of 10. Okay. Sometimes it's going to be playing time. It might be location in relation to home. It might be playing for a winning program. It may be immediate playing time. You have to decide those things as an athlete. And if you figure out and you ask yourself what's important to you, now you can take an active role in your recruiting and start reaching out to schools that fit your wants and needs. Too often we don't ask ourselves those questions. And once we've waited for somebody to recruit us, now we're kind of in panic mode. And a lot of times we end up making decisions that aren't the best for us because we aren't aligning our school decision with what we're actually looking for. So sit down, players, parents together, sit down and come up with a list of priorities and rank them in order of most important to maybe not quite as important to you, and search for a school that fits your priorities, your needs, and your desires.